welcome to Guna Matters, the channel for football fans across the globe where your opinion matters. What can one say? But let us first do this, and after this musical intro, we can talk all we want to. Des, how's it, mate?
It's good, mate. Yeah, it's good. I think we're going to need lots of questions from the chat tonight. So it doesn't matter whether you're an Arsenal fan, Man U, Tottenham, Burnley, doesn't matter. Just get your comments in about what we're going to talk about, because we're going to need some help tonight. We're going to need some help tonight, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely we will need help tonight. But first things first, if you have not done it yet, please hit the like, smash the subscribe, and ring the bell. Guna Matters will open up and they will give you all the notifications for all the news and, of course, what's transpired in the club and in England. If you want to get hold of me, Glenwyn, at Guna Matters, you can contact me on gunamatters@gmail.com. You can also make a small contribution of only 10 Rand to Guna Matters, so we can get the equipment and, of course, stay on air. And also, once again, I want to say thank you to Tony Allen, better known as the Urban Ghost. He has contributed my first contribution, and thank you again, Tony. Much appreciated. And I know you are a fan of Arsenal, and also you've been loyal to Guna Matters and also the other podcasts that you are following. So if you want to be like Tony or the Urban Ghost, formerly stayed in Cape Town, now is abroad over the pond. He has made a contribution, so please make that contribution as little as 10 Rand. Then I want to just say www.toolegit.co.za, a good friend of mine. I've got my, I am a benefit. That is his clothing line. I am. Whatever else you want to add to, you can go on to www.toolegit.co.za, on Facebook, Toolegit. And of course, Coach Q, and he's got our own podcast on Facebook currently, Futsal Matters with Coach Q. There's a lot of things regarding futsal, and of course he is one of the guys that also feature on this show. Him and Lenny are not feeling well tonight, so please keep Lenny and Quentin in your prayers and your thoughts. They are not feeling well. And of course, another friend of mine, Dimitri, he has just lost his dad today. We also want to just keep him in our mind, in our prayers. We're thinking of him and his family. So yeah, that is all the things that we obviously dealing with this. You are healthy, your family are healthy.
Yeah, we're pretty good. I'd just like to second your comments that, Dimitri, sorry for your loss, and I hope you and your family stay strong. Urban Ghost, thank you very much for the donation. It's much appreciated. And I'm liking the look of the Too Legit gear. It's looking good. So
I do like but watch the space. There's so many things coming that way. Yes, Jess, sorry.
And not to forget my two brothers, Quentin and Lenny. Get well soon, boys. I hope you get better soon, because it's not the same without.
With that, Des, these guys, I mean, they're all obviously, except for Oba. Oba is one of those that obviously now recovered from this COVID-19, the virus. Then the rest of the guys, they Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Willian, White, Renaissance, and of course Alexander Lacazette. They're all under this virus, and we hope they also get very well soon. I mean, it's a virus that none of us would like to experience, or something that we don't want to experience. So there's a thing that we need to deal with, and we also keep these guys. I mean, everybody else that obviously have fallen victim to this virus. So yeah, without that, let us start the show. Let us start with tonight's game. Sorry, that's not 1. That's supposed to be 0. That's supposed to be 0.
It's okay.
It's a slight
mistake. It's a slight mistake. Don't worry about that. Oh God, where do we start? I guess we have to start at the beginning, don't we? First 10 minutes, we were actually playing okay, but we seem to lack in every single department of the game.
Yeah.
For example, I think it was 14 minutes when Lukaku scored.
No, the 15th,
yeah. His goal was a tap-in. I mean, Holding was too far forward for the goal, and he was for the second goal as well, but we'll cover that in a minute. Too far forward, which then made Kieran Tierney out of position. Okay? So they had lots of space. Leno could have been stood by the post having a cigarette and a can of beer the way he was playing. You know,
I tell you, man.
I get the feeling he doesn't want to be in goal. He doesn't want to play for us. Don't get me wrong. He pulled out a lovely save in the second half, where Chelsea could have gone 3-0.
The ball, yeah.
But it's just his demeanour, the way he's carrying himself. It's just not. It's not positive at all.
Yeah.
As I say, Holding was diabolical. Mari did his best, but it wasn't good enough.
I think Mari did well after that first goal. He contained Lukaku until he got that first yellow card, but nonetheless continued it there. Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay, mate. Why can we not pass the ball forward and keep the ball going forward? We don't press. We started to press in the second half, but we started to press in the last 10 minutes when everything's gone anyway. There's no way we would have scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes tonight. Not a chance. Yeah, the way we're playing.
But by the looks of it, we wouldn't have scored at all in this game because yes, we had chances. Yes, we pressed forward. Yes, we played well in the first 10 and coming out in the second period. We obviously played well, but that's all it was. It just played the game that we know we can play, and that's it. There's no pressing. There's coming back from an attacking position, coming back to the goalkeeper. How is that? How do you do that?
I hate that. Don't get me wrong. I know there's occasions where you do have to pass it back. I know that, but it seems that we're doing. If we get to a point where we think, hold on, we can't go any further forward, instead of even trying to go further forward, we just knock it back, and it slows the game so much, slows it down. Arsenal don't play like that. This isn't the Arsenal that we know. And don't get me wrong, there are some good kids out there, some good players out there. I am going to say one thing that will annoy you, but it's just it's just an opinion. But here we go. Sambi Lokonga was playing well today, but had nothing to pass to. You know, in the final third.
He only had 2 brilliant passes, and that's the 2 passes that really made something of an attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, sorry, Des. I'm going to keep on doing that. Sorry.
It's absolutely cool, mate. Don't worry. Join in whenever you feel free. There's only me and you, so just join in when you feel free, yeah? This is the point you're not going to like. And I'm sorry, I've got to say it. Emil Smith-Rowe, I don't think, is a natural number 10. I
think you're right there. He's not natural. Well, I say he's natural. It's just that he doesn't have the backup per se to assist him, because I mean he's played his heart out. Where was Saka? Saka was dead in the water, really.
I will agree with that.
Bukayo Saka is not fit. I mean, he's been thrown into the deep end. I mean, this is his second game. First game, he had a cameo. But now he had to start the game, and he's not match fit.
I must admit, right, to be quite honest, with the amount of players that we've had with COVID over the last 2 weeks, okay, we definitely missed Ben White today, I think, but and a couple of others as well. But I will say this: Arsenal, and I know people will say, "Oh, but it's an excuse, it's a cop out," but Arsenal would have been well within their rights to try and get the Brentford game and this game postponed because of COVID. Because of COVID. But
Yeah,
we carried on. We
I
carried on.
don't think it would have happened because they have a squad good and big enough to obviously
Well, that's why we
continue
carried
the
on.
game.
But
It
me, I
was
would have
more
been
than 50% of the squad, and I would agree with you. You know what I mean? But they had a big enough squad registered players in order to continue with the game. So that probably wouldn't have mattered. But yeah.
I would have been going to the FA and saying, look, Orba's out, Lacazette's out. That's our main strike force, really, you know?
Yeah.
And so we have to postpone these games. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It has happened. And I do recall saying back in when we were making predictions, we had to win against Brentford or draw against Brentford to get a point, because next week is obviously Man City.
Now look, we're not going to get our first 4 games. The 4th game is against Norwich. Norwich didn't play too bad yesterday, although they didn't get it well. They didn't play too bad, but they keep on pressing. And let's just go to the comments quickly. There's Michael Furry. This is the guy that this is his garment. I am my friend. I called your wife to find out if you're okay. Oh gosh, hello Michael Furry. Then he says, thanks for the shout out at Guna Matters. It's a pleasure, Michael. I promised you I'm gonna promote your garment on the show, and that is what I did. And another friend of mine, Michael Jacobs, he's also, in fact, Michael Furry is a Liverpool supporter, and Michael Jacobs is a Manchester United supporter. Welcome, Michael Jacobs. He says Smith Rowe is more of a box-to-box midfield. Now, I mean, you said that he's not a natural number 10. Do you think he'll probably do better in a number 8, especially now with Xhaka not being, he's dead in the water. Xhaka is, Lenny's going to do the ice bucket, I would say. The fact that Xhaka's not having a good time, he doesn't have a good time at the moment.
I would agree. I would agree with Michael. I think, number 8, and I think he is more of a box-to-box player. He's got the ideas, but there's just, I don't know what it is, and I can't put my finger on it, and maybe you can or the other guys can. There's just something missing. And I think he's been given the number 10 a little bit too hasty. And I think he was given the number 10 to make sure that he signed because Aston Villa were very interested.
And look, I mean, they had to do something to keep him. Although I believe in the guy, I believe in how he does and how he plays the number 10 role. Like I said before, he doesn't have the support, because I mean, Bukayo Saka and him and Pepe, they link up well in last season. Now this season, there is not. Martinelli was very mobile, but he's not on the same par, because I think he didn't have a pre-season with them. Therefore, the 3 of them, they couldn't penetrate that attacking third where they can push a ball through to Martinelli, because Martinelli was really just running around, not doing much. Therefore, the supply to him couldn't come from the 3 of them. So again, the 3 of them didn't understand each other. I mean, Bukayo Saka didn't also have a pre-season with them. So there's a lot of negatives in that. But the positive thing is that they tried their best. They gave them their all, especially Smith Rowe. He gave it all. Yet I think 2 bad situations where he gave the ball away. but the rest of the 90, he was really pressing, he was really pushing it. And like I said in the 2 weeks ago, by the fourth game, he's going to be burned out, Days. So he doesn't have that support. By the fourth game, he's going to be burned out. I mean, okay, fine. Next week, we're going to see Martin Odegaard. And the Viking, well done. The Viking has returned. But we will touch on the Viking a bit later.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I think in all fairness to Smith Rowe, he doesn't have the support. And you know I feel about this boy. He's just phenomenal. And Michael, you make a fair point. He's a box-to-box player, but once he has that support, you will see next week when Odegaard is there, the two of them will have the different link-up, and then you can see his potential. Michael Jacobs is saying another thing, sorry, Des. Arsenal don't have any leaders on the pitch, and that is correct. You can go for it.
That's totally true. Totally true. Right, Glenwyn, just to clear the record, right? I absolutely rate Emil Smith Rowe. Okay, I really do. The guy plays his socks off. Saka today, not so much. Yeah, you could sit down. You could sit down now and criticise that whole match from beginning to end because there was a lot to criticise. Yeah, the shining lights were Emil Smith Rowe. Yeah, but the thing is, we are so flat in the midfield. There's no spark from the midfield at the moment. Okay, there's no creativity. We're playing it out of the back too much, and Arsenal don't play it out of the back. We can't play football from the back. I don't know why Arteta keeps playing from the back. Yeah, mate, the amount of passes I saw today, and I'm thinking, if one of them Chelsea players just knocks that, they're on goal straight away because we were playing that tight at the back that it only takes someone to run onto it, and someone like Lukaku who can then, it can just be knocked to Lukaku and bang, before you know it, you're a goal down. Yeah. And the thing is, right, Holding, I've got to say, was the problem today. Holding, because he wasn't in his right position. He's got a T-foul head. He couldn't score if you gave him £1 million, right? I want him sold, to be honest. I want him gone. I want him. Supposedly Newcastle have offered us 15 million quid for him or something like that. Might be more. I'm not sure, but they've offered some amount, and I would say, off you go, son. Thanks very much. Ta-da. Because he's one of the chinks in the armour, most definitely, whenever he's on the pitch. And I don't know what Arteta's thinking, because there's no morale in the team, there's no motivation, and as Michael said, we haven't got a shout you down captain who will, if you do something wrong, he's going to shout his lungs out at you because you're not doing it properly. We haven't got a captain like that. And Arsenal need a captain like that. Otherwise, you don't get any good out of them. I mean, even the two, when I was watching it, I had, as commentators, I had Martin Keown and Lee Dixon as my commentators. And they were absolutely ripping. These are pure Arsenal boys, and they were ripping Arsenal to pieces. Absolutely ripping them to pieces.
Brilliant defenders, right back and a centre back. I mean, how much more do you need?
Exactly, and they were just this is painful to watch, and it was painful to watch, and it's going to be painful again next week, and that is a shame because we used to be called the mighty Arsenal. You can't call us that now. I'm sorry, you can't. As much as I love Arsenal, and I will love Arsenal to the day they put a wooden lid on me or they set me on fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot call us the mighty Arsenal at the moment. I mean, we just aren't living up to the moniker. We aren't. Well, the last two seasons have proved that, haven't they? And it looks like this one's going to be a hard one as well, because where are we now? We're 19th. I mean, yes, I know it's only 2 games in, but it's still something to panic about.
Michael is asking a question. Do you guys think that players are properly translating Arteta's instructions on the pitch? You can go for it, and I will give my view afterwards.
Michael, to a certain degree, I would say yes. But then when we get to the final third, most definitely not. And that's really all I've got to say on it, because if I expand on it, it would become boring. So I would say yes, up until the final third, they are doing what they're told. But once we get to the final, we can't even do a court, Michael. We can't even do a corner and get past the first man.
Mm.
If you can't get past the first man on a corner, you're not going to score. You're not. You're just not going to. They're just going to head it out, and the next thing you know, we're chasing the ball again.
Yeah.
Did you notice today we were chasing a lot, Glenwyn? Yeah. Arsenal don't chase. We don't
No,
chase.
they don't chase. They keep the ball. I don't think they understand what Arteta really wants from them. There's Michael. They might hear what the boss wants, but to put it into action on the pitch, I mean, you can clearly see what Arteta is wanting to do. You play from the back, and you play onto your wings. I mean, you can see Tierney as where he's the most advanced player. Suarez was most advanced player. Then you play it out to the sides and bring it in to Smith Rowe, and then from there you can create a chance. So I don't think they can sort of do what the boss really wants them to do, because I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. How much more doesn't it make sense to them? Because the instructions that he's given, I don't think they grasp really what it is that they want, because there's no direction. First of all, there's no way of. I mean, last season you could see what they're trying to do. Now they're playing a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3, yeah, 4-2-3-1, but they can't grasp the fact that last season went well in that formation. Now they can't get direction. Now they can't get into a scoring position. They had two shots at goal, 2 or 3 shots at goal. One of them was Emil Smith Rowe. Lukaku had a shot at goal, and Bukayo Saka had a shot at goal, and that is as much as I could see as a shot at goal. Where was Pepe? Pepe, he rather defended against a very slow left back in, what is his name, Alonso. Alonso was more advanced than anything else.
Alonso was
no direction. So in that question, Michael, I don't think they understand what Arteta wants, or I don't understand what he's trying to give them to do on the pitch. Sorry, Dave.
I think he's trying to break teams down. This is just my opinion now. I think he's trying to break teams down and look for the counter. We only seem to score on the counter, because if we go to straight up and score, we can't do it. Like there was a ball over the top to Aubameyang, and it was just too long for him. But if he'd have got on that, he wanted the ball over the top. If he'd have got on that, we would have been 2-1, because he would have took it round Mendy.
To be fair with him, towards Aubameyang, he did try his best when coming on. He did really try his best. He got a nice through ball from Lokonga. Unfortunately, it was too hard and more towards the goalkeeper. I think if he had put it more out towards the line, something maybe could have happened there. But to be fair on Oba didn't do too bad when he came on. But you can see again, he's not fit either. He's also been sluggish. He's also been really under the weather, I would say. But yeah, I mean, that is the basic part of the game. So we didn't really do. There wasn't much play from our side, really.
Yeah, but we're missing one vital thing, Glenwyn, and you might agree here, right? Okay, you're lining up against Chelsea today, right? Nothing goes down the right-hand side. It all goes down the left. So the team that you're playing, so the team you're playing against, no, right, Arsenal here, they're going to channel everything down the left. Watch for Kearney, watch for, anything down the left. Saka, watch for it, because they're only using one channel. So they're going to block it. Yeah, we don't use the channels like we used to. We don't.
Yeah.
The right hand side hardly ever gets used. You're lucky if you get a right hand sided crossing because it's not
Yeah.
taken that.
I
It's
think
not taken
we had one cross from Emil Smith Rowe from that side.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be, and the kid is supposed to be your playmaker. So if he's your playmaker, let him make the plays. If you're not letting him make the plays, you're making yourself one dimensional down one channel, and teams can just go. Teams can just go right. They're always going to go down the left. They're going to be easy to stop.
Correct.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You will get the odd time when you crack it on the left. But end of the day,
Yeah.
if your playmaker is on the right, use the right. Use the middle. What I noticed with Emil Smith Rowe, he does this rather well. He starts on the right, but he can come in the middle, no problem. He can come into the middle, no problem. And you'll find that with the Viking as well. He'll probably start on the right, but he doesn't mind cutting in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what the two lads are good at, the Viking and Emil Smith Rowe, is if they cut into the middle, they like to cut down your options for if you're trying to pass it out from your goal area. You know what I mean? They make these sort of like curved runs. They're not straight at you, but they're at a certain way that if someone tries to pass you the ball, they've got a good chance that they can block it and carry on with the play.
Yes.
So don't get me wrong. I know Kieran Tierney can put a good cross in. I know he can, but you're putting too much on him. And look how it happened today. You couldn't get back into one.
Injured.
Say again. Sorry.
He got injured today.
Yeah, he did. He did. So there you go again. What, 2 games in, and Kieran Tierney's Kieran Tierney even Kieran Tierney. I can't speak. Kieran Tierney is injured already. You know. But your playmakers on the right.
I don't think it's that bad of injury.
No, probably
but
is.
still, I mean, he's very injury prone. So
yeah.
And also good on Tavares. He didn't do too bad coming on.
No.
But yeah, I don't wanna prolong the rest of the because the game just put a very, very sad. Even though I expected that we're gonna lose, I still thought that they're gonna try and fight the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Well, let's be honest. It was over in 35 minutes, wasn't it? It was the game was over in 35 minutes.
Yeah, no. Look, they really did much better than us. They didn't even break a sweat, if I could call it that. But they played very well. They played the best football that a London derby could see. This is our second London derby. Next we're playing Tottenham Hotspurs. That's our next derby. No, we're playing West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Nonetheless, let's go for good news. Let's go for good news.
Okay.
The Viking is back. Welcome back, Martin Odegaard. The Viking is back.
Yep.
And there's you said it all along, and big up on you. You knew that there's a chance for him to come back, and there's a chance for him to come in. And I like this. It's the number 8. I created this just because to show you and the fans that the number 8 is now his. And who was the number 8 that had it before him? Besides Aaron Ramsey, I think the manager had the number 8, Arteta.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta gave the number 8 to him. The captain's number 8. Well, your thoughts about the Viking being at Arsenal now? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm happy about it because, in the respect of the boy's got skills, he's a good worker. If he stays fit, I think he could have a good season. I know there are fans out there that say that he didn't do enough when he was here last time, but you've got to remember he was injured, and also just give the guy a chance. And to be honest, I sent him a message the other day on Messenger because I found him, and I sent him I sent him a message saying, Hello, Martin. Thank you for coming back to Arsenal. We need you. I've given you the name giving you the name of the Viking. I hope that's okay. He hasn't answered me back yet, but you never know. He might do. He might do. And if he does, I'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, there are people say that they would rather have Maddison, yeah, possibly, but he was too expensive. And everybody knows Arsenal likes a bargain. Okay, that's how Arsenal have always been. Now, if I'm honest with you, I would also like to see us buy Houssem Aouar. Because no. Let me tell you why. All right. I know you don't like. You possibly don't like the attitude or anything like that. But I would rather have Houssem Aouar on the pitch than Xhaka.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Okay. Martin Odegaard. You know how much I like the guy. I can't hide it. I just think he's very, very skillful. And I think, given time, because he'll also walk in and know what's going on as well. You know what I mean? He's not going to be slowed down by having to work out what the Premier League's all about. So I think he's going to do well. He's going to do really well.
I think so too. How do you like my crown, bro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, look, people are saying that he didn't do well when he was here. But if you look at this, I mean, he was fourth since coming in January. He was fourth on the assists.
Yep.
He expected assist was 0.2, but he was fourth on the assist actually. And then the chances created was 2.08, and he was number one. That is in the Arsenal ranking. So in the whole team, that is what he've done. I mean, in the final third passes completed, again, first. Possessions won in attacking third. Second. For a whole 6 months, how can people say that was not good? And I mean, you've seen the stats between him and Maddison. Maddison had obviously more games played. He had a third or fourth games played versus Maddison. And his stats for that amount of time was almost on par with Maddison. So I think...
Can I just say as well?
Yeah.
He also matched some stats with De Bruyne. So does that make him the Viking De Bruyne?
Yeah, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. People very, very, very hateful regarding him. But Michael is back. Michael is saying, what happened to Partey? When Odegaard and probably Partey comes in, you guys should play a better game. Michael Partey is still injured. I think he'll be back the next game, hopefully. Not the next game, but yeah, probably against Man City. So I think having Partey back in the team and Odegaard playing, I think then we will have a good game. But look, besides them not being in the team, Arsenal should still do much better than they did today. They should still do much better.
Totally.
So yes, I agree with you. When the two of them are in the team, they will probably do much better. So coming back to Odegaard, I think will change the morale of the team coming in, and I think he will be positive. He will be pressing on. He will start and hit the floor running. So he will do much better than the team is doing now. And I hope by then we will have by next week. Next week is that's before deadline weekend. So hopefully we can have another 1 or 2 people coming in, but we have a host of guys going out. We need to have them. We need to. And then the next guy we added to our family this week is also Aaron Ramsdale. A lot of negative talks about this guy as well, Des. What do you think about him?
Well, I must admit, I was with the people that were saying, "Do we need him?" and he's too expensive. But I'm going to defend the kid. Actually, I'm actually going to defend the kid because he's had social media bullying. No, he's an art. See, to me, this is disgusting and disgraceful. He's an Arsenal player now. He puts on an Arsenal top. And he stands between the sticks for us. Well, he's going to be standing between the sticks for us. We need to support him, and we need to accept that he's our keeper. Okay, we need to give the kid a chance. Me and Lenny were talking about it last night because me and Lenny had a bit of a phone call last night. We were just talking about things, and he was calling him Rubbish Dale or Rams Rubbish or something like that, a name like that. And I went, yeah, but Lenny, I said exactly what I've just said exactly what I said to you, and he said, "Do you know what? You're right. I should give the boy a chance." And people saying, "Oh yeah, but the last two teams he's been with, Bournemouth and Sheffield United, have been relegated." But hold on, that's not all.
Yeah.
That's not just down to the keeper. That's a whole. That's a whole team thing. You can't just point your finger at someone and go, "Right, we're relegated. It was your fault." No, it doesn't work like that.
But there's with all the teams that he's been before, he was the best player. He was the player of the year in all those teams.
He got player of the year. Exactly.
So that must tell you something. He was the best player. So,
exactly.
Yeah, like I said the other day, I posted something on the group, and I posted it on the various platforms, is that Arsenal fans, yes, we are all hurting with the team being where we are, with the things that's going on behind the scenes, with the managers not doing the right job, the players not doing that. And so there's so many negativity from the Arsenal fans. There's so many negativity and negative things being said about the players, about the manager, about the team. The only thing that I can say is that we don't know how these players and the manager and the staff think about the owners, how the club is run, because they might not be able, because of things that they signed, a disclaimer that they have signed, that they can't speak out in public. They can speak among each other about, like what you and I are saying, and the owners, yep, they're driving the club into the river, or whatever else their thoughts are. We don't know that. So those things are coming out on the pitch, perhaps. You know what I mean? The manager can't stand in front of the media and say, I don't like the way Stan Kroenke is running the club. He has to support the way Stan Kroenke runs the club. He has to be objective about what the club is going through at this point. He needs to be positive for the sake of the team. He has to be positive for the sake of the players. If he's going to be negative, it's going to go down. In fact, it has gone down to the team already. So in all fairness to the manager, to the team, to the players, I think as a fan, I will stand behind the team. I will not agree with the things that are happening. I would not agree with how the manager set out the team, perhaps. I will not agree. I will still criticize where I see it needs to be a critic given. But we need to stand behind the team. I mean, we need to stand behind whatever happens on the pitch. If it goes the way it did today, yes, there's a lot of negatives going on to the pitch. But we still need to be behind the team. We can still give our critique, we can still give an opinion about what happened on the pitch, but we still need to support our team. We still need to support what's happening in our team. So we can't allow this negativity and the things happen, around the club, because we don't know what these guys are thinking and what goes through their mind, because they are bound to a disclaimer that they have signed. They can't speak negative about things happening in the team or in the club at least.
I mean, the problem we've got as well, there's probably a part of every fan base, okay? It's not just the Arsenal fan base, but there's a part of every club fan base that is toxic, that is a keyboard warrior. They're all right when they're sat behind a computer, but they wouldn't say it to the player's face. Do you know what I mean? And it's toxic. And it's toxic. And it's absolutely putting dark marks on the sport that we love, because if you have to socially bully someone on social media, you don't support that club. You may put the shirt on and say you're this and you're that, but you do not support the club, because you would support that player. You wouldn't be giving him grief. You wouldn't be making him feel like he's got to switch his social media off so he doesn't have to tolerate it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's a damn shame. It really is, that players have to be treated like that. And who's to say that this kid, as soon as he puts the old badge on, he becomes the best goalkeeper in England? He might do. You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You've got to give the boy a chance.
He's got great potential. He's a shot stopper. He's very energetic. And let's see how he really plays with the defenders in front of him. And I'm sure he'll get a chance in the Carabao Cup after the Norwich game. So I'm sure he'll get a chance then. If Leno doesn't get sold before then.
And so, I think he's needed as well to make Leno wake up and think, hold on, I can't just take this for granted. I've got to fight for this place.
Yes, you're right. So,
because,
and look about the games that was played over the weekend. I mean, we've seen Liverpool beat Burnley 2-0.
Burnley played well.
Yeah, no, look, they did. We've seen Aston Villa beat Newcastle 2-0. Crystal Palace and Brentford went on a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Leeds could have had that game in the bag. In fact, Everton could have had that game in the bag, but Leeds came back and drew the game 2-2. And then again, Man City went rampant after the 1-0 defeat against Tottenham last week. Man City went 5-0 against Norwich City. Brighton again, second win for the season against Watford. And again today, Quinton and Michael Jacobs' team, Man United, they were poor today, really. What do you think? I mean, we were obviously the poorest team of the top.
Yeah,
but United were poor.
To be honest, because Quinton is like a brother to me and my friend, I can't criticise, because look how we played, But fair play to Southampton.
I will criticize any team irrespective, because my team, I expected my team to lose. And I mean, my where we're going to end, my view of where we're going to end. We're not going to end higher than 8, and that is on record. I mean, remember we said where our team can end. So I mean, United, in my opinion, were poor. They lost the ball very, very easy, very easy.
I just think Southampton must have played really well to get a draw out of Man United.
They didn't score. United had an own goal, and of course, what's her name scored? That youngster Greenwood, Mason Greenwood. So that was the game. So Fred had an own goal, and then of course, but United wasn't the same United they played last week, and I think Alistair said it last week on air. They said that if United will have a more tougher opponent like Leeds, then they will struggle, and so it was today. I mean, Southampton is a force when they played at St Mary's.
Yeah,
and it was evident today. I don't know if you watched the game, but it was very, very, very evident. Michael Jacobs, Michael Jacobs, like I said to you earlier on, he's also a Manchester United fan. And he said we had good moments in attack in the final third, but we wasted a lot of opportunities. Fred has a poor, just said Fred had a poor game. He's one of the guys who, he had a good shot at goal almost to make it 2-1, but not to be. So United had a poor game, in my opinion. Lost the ball in the park in the middle, very, very, very easy.
Can I tell you what's impressed me this weekend?
Yeah.
Danny Ings' goal for Aston Villa was a great goal. And I've got to say, Elliot, and this is for our friend Alistair, yeah? Elliot
for Liverpool.
From Liverpool is the Liverpudlian Emil Smith Rowe.
You reckon, eh?
The kid's got some talent, yeah. I genuinely think that. The kid has got some talent.
I didn't watch the game because it was very early. But,
I only saw Match of the Day, but what I saw on Match of the Day was impressive. So,
Okay.
And I think Liverpool are going to be up there this season. They're there or thereabouts,
Yeah, we're going to come back to the table now for the weekend. There's still one game tomorrow, West Ham and Leicester. But going back to United 1-1 against Southampton, then of course Tottenham 1-0 against Wolves. The manager there won his old team, and he obviously would win that because he knows the players, he knows how the players are, the temperament of the players. So I think he would have won that game irrespective, because of that. And of course, our game of tonight is Chelsea lost 1-2-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal lost 2-0 to Chelsea. And then, of course, tomorrow's game, what do you think Leicester's going to do to West Ham? I mean, they both are very good teams.
Yeah, that's going to be. I think that's going to be an interesting game. Prediction for it. Let's see. 2-1 Leicester, maybe.
You think, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a draw, 2-2 draw, because West Ham is also very, very quick out of the blocks and very good in defense. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. But we'll see what's going to happen there tomorrow.
Okay.
So just going back to the table for the weekend. So currently Chelsea is on top. They joined with Liverpool and Brighton and Tottenham. So the four teams, the first four is all on 6 points. It's just the goal difference that obviously Chelsea's got 5 goals, Liverpool's 5 goals, Brighton 3 goals. There are four goals for them and 1 against, so the difference is 3. And of course, Tottenham has got 2 goals. They only scored 1-0 against today and 1-0 against the champions. And we are lying, like you said, 19th. We've got no goals, and we've got 4 goals against us. So I mean, it's a sad place to see where we are. It's
not good reading.
11th, Watford 12th, Southampton 13th, Crystal Palace 14th, Leeds 15th, Wolves 16th, Burnley 17th, Newcastle, and then of course Arsenal and Norwich City. That is the bottom 10. Sad. Yes, it's the second game of the season, but bro, it's nothing to.
How do you feel about Arteta with the first 2 games being lost, Glenman?
I'm not the Arteta out guy. At this point, he brought in players, and he needs to obviously build on this team and see where he goes with it. Like I said the last time, let's give him time till November, December. If he lasts that long. I'm not sure if he's going to last that long, depending on our first 5 games. And next week we're playing City, so that is going to be a tough game. Then we're playing West Ham in the Carabao Cup, and then of course we're playing Norwich City and Tottenham thereafter. So it's going to be a tough couple of games, a couple of weeks, and I hope for his sake that the international break can come soon, that he can build and build and build and build. But he needs to use the next 3 games and see if he can get some positive out of it. If he can upset Man City, which is unlikely, to a 1-0 or draw or whatever, then there's some positives. Or even if he can bring some good competition in the Carabao Cup and of course against Norwich City, then I think we will know where we're going in the season. But Arteta, he's under pressure. He's very positive. He's very confident. But I don't know. I can't say whether he's going to last or not. I would like for him to at least change the team to the positive, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
He didn't look very confident on the sideline this afternoon. Let's put it that way. And I will say this: I'm not Arteta out, even though last week I lost my rag and thought, he's got to go. That was just a spur of the moment thing. He does need to make changes quicker.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? For example, half time, he brought out the same team that had just messed up in the first half.
So even before half time, he should have made a change with Saka because Saka wasn't anywhere.
Yeah,
so he should have made a change there.
I would have brought Auber on as well at half time.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I mean, again, it's a lot of what we say is opinions, and it's how you see the game, isn't it? But it's, I don't know. He loses his temper a lot by the side of the pitch. Have you noticed?
But yeah, I did. I mean, that's why I'm saying to Michael's question earlier on is that I don't think the guys understand the instruction that is given, because what you see on the sideline is not exactly what he instructed them to do, and that is his frustration. But again, you give an instruction, but are you clear enough for them to execute that instruction? You understand? So yes, he can get upset. He can get mad. He can get all sorts of emotions alongside the pitch. But you need to be clear. You need to obviously. But yeah, it's pressure. But one thing I can say, the positive thing there is he hasn't been tinkering with the team for the last 2 games. No,
that's true. That is true. I will say that. I will say he's probably put out the best team at the moment that he's got.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. But I don't know. It's really hard to be. Don't take these words as literal, but it's really hard to be an Arsenal fan at the moment.
This is the best team that he's got, eh?
Let's see. Is it the best team he's got? So we've got
at the moment. That's the best, the best fit team. Put it that way.
I'm just. Yeah, the only thing that.
If you're gonna swap Suarez with Chambers, you're gonna get the worst.
No. Because I actually like Cedric. I think Cedric should be given a chance. My problem is that man in the middle,
Xhaka.
Yeah. I don't like that we've given him another 4-year contract just because we couldn't sell him. He just if you give me another 20 minutes, I'll find the words. But I just no, just no.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. I think you're not gonna get him out of the club now. You're not gonna get it out. He unfortunately is here to stay. Hopefully next season we can sell him off and get some bucks for him.
I would give him away. I would give him away with a free.
He still has worth for other people. Now, just let's conclude with this.
Yeah.
Bellerin has to go.
Yes.
Rob Holding has to go.
Yes.
Sead Galacinac, he has to go.
Yes.
El Neni, unfortunately, he's not going to get any game time, so he has to go.
Yes.
Lacazette needs to get going, because even though I would not see him go, if he doesn't go now, we're going to lose him anyway for free next season.
Yes, because
So
we've waited till the final year of his contract. Yep.
He needs to go. I would like for Orba to go as well.
Yes.
But now we can't, unless we get a good replacement for him and Lacazette, then I don't mind them going. But at this point, we can't see him going.
Who would you have as the replacement? There's the question to end this show on, maybe.
You know what? I really thought we're going to go for Lukaku. I really thought we would go for Lukaku.
What, 100 million?
You know what? He scored a goal.
No. I'm not making you wrong.
That is what it's about.
How do you see Arsenal spending 100 million?
I know they're not going to spend it. I mean, they probably would have spent it on Grealish if they had to make a choice on paying 100 million.
Yeah.
But
I totally agree. I would have loved to have seen because you remember when we spent the 200 million, the 250.
Yes, Lukaku was one of your guys.
I said Lukaku, didn't I? I'd love to see Lukaku at Arsenal.
I would have loved them to go for a player like that. Spend the money on a guy that can score goals for you, because Lukaku, he's got the strength up front. He's got the ability to head a ball. I mean, you've seen the ball that the save Leno made from his head, and he can score with his feet. He's got a bit of pace, and I rate him higher than Orba at this point. Orba can score you nice and beautiful goals, but Lukaku, he's going to score you goals any game, or he's going to get the closest to scoring you a goal than anything else. I would have thought that they would have gone for Lukaku. But
Totally agree. Honestly, and he could have had 4 goals today. If he'd have got him on target, he could have had 4 goals today. 4.
But yeah, we can speculate and we can say this and the other, but at the end of the day, we got 5 people in, and that is the 5 people that Kroenke gave money for. Well, not for that 5 people. He gave money for 5 players. And I don't think any other players is coming in, because they needed 2 midfielders. They got 2 midfielders. They needed a defender. In fact, they needed 2 defenders. They got 3 defenders.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Now 2 defenders. Now they need a goalkeeper, and they got the goalkeeper. So 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, goalkeeper, your 5 is full. I don't think he's going to spend more money, although the money that they might spend is the money that they're going to get for the guys sold. So if they can sell 5-6 players, that money they can use to buy in another right back and the striker, and I think that should be enough for us to get a prolific striker and a right back. We should be good to go.
Would you go for Max Aarons as a right back?
Well, Max Aarons was one of my 200 million I spent.
Yeah. And I've got to say, just quickly, because I know we're running out of time, but Basuma yesterday for Brighton was all over the pitch. All over the pitch. He would have.
You almost scored a goal.
Yep. He would have suited Arsenal's play style down to, even though we don't know what it is at the moment, he would have suited Arsenal's play style down to the ground.
Definitely.
So why
he's got 40 million plus add-ons.
Yeah. He was worth it. Why didn't we go and get him?
Liverpool is in the running. Liverpool is on top for his signature. I don't know. We should really try and get him really.
We should have been aggressive, Glenwyn. Yeah? We should have gone in there and gone, right, we'll have Ben White, we'll have Basuma, here's 100 million. Bang. Job done. Yeah. Look at Buendia as well. We're all raving about Buendia. He didn't do anything yesterday.
He's not going to perform there because they don't have the Grealish anymore.
Nah,
He's not big enough to fill Grealish's shoes. He's not big enough.
Nah. no.
So
I
we
mean,
raved about him, but unfortunately, maybe he can grow into that position. We don't know. It's the second game of the season for everybody. But some of the guys are flourishing. Some of the guys are stagnating, like
yeah.
Arsenal. Arsenal is pathetic. Arsenal is poor. Arsenal is not doing the best. However, I'm not going to be, like I said, I need to be consistent in supporting my team.
They're my team. They're our team, mate. They're our team. That's it.
Yeah, so we need to support it, and I'm gonna be consistent like that.
Yes,
Come December, then I want to see a different change. In fact, the next 3 games I want to see a change, but I will still support the team. Totally. Anyway, we've hit 60 minutes, man. Yeah,
it's been good, Glenwyn. Thank you for having me.
Anything from you? Final words from you?
Well, yeah, I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure to be on here, as always. Thank you for the time. Thank you for what you're doing, mate, because what you're doing is amazing. And I'm sorry, but people of Cape Town, hear me. You need to subscribe to this channel. It doesn't matter whether you're an Arsenal fan or not. You could be a blooming Portsmouth fan for all I care. You could be Accrington Stanley. Yeah. You could be, I don't know, the Faroe Islands best 11. It doesn't matter. Come and join us and talk about football, because that's what we want to do. We want to talk about football. We want to get you involved, yeah? And we want you to be part of this community, this family, because that's what it is. And I tell you now, for everyone who does comment, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. But tell your friends, yeah? Tell your family. Get them involved. And you'll get more people on here, and we can all talk together, and it's all opinions, and it's just sharing what we know and what we love. So again, Glenwyn, thank you very much for the opportunity. I always enjoy it, always love it, and I send my love to everybody out there that is watching us or isn't watching us but might watch this later. If your families are sick, ill, better, you know, on top of the world, I wish you love and happiness to all of you, wherever you may be, and have a great weekend for the rest of it, and I'll see you sometime down the road. Thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Des. Thank you. Right, like Des said, you got to hit the like, smash the subscribe, and ring the bell. And again, when you ring the bell, all the notifications will come to you regarding Gooner Matters. So subscribe to Gooner Matters. Also make a small donation as little as 10 Rand to Gooner Matters so we can get the equipment. And of course, then Too Legit at Too Legit.
Too legit to quit. That's what that is.
Yeah. So that is the brand I am. www.toolegit.co.za, and of course on Facebook. And Quentin, I hope you're much better, my son. I hope you're much better tomorrow, you and Lenny. Futsal Matters with Coach Q. You can find him on Cape Town Titans futsal Facebook page. So yeah, subscribe. Hit me up on goonermatters@gmail.com if you want to get involved with the channel. And all I need to say is, again, please, guys, let's keep these people in our thoughts, in our prayers, and those who are affected by the coronavirus. People that are close to you, people that are close to or associated with you that has come victim to this virus, please keep them in your prayers, and I hope they can recover soon. So without any further ado, mask up, social distance, also wash your hands, clean your hands, and also just be safe.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless.